Kinder Team, it's Ms. Jackson! So, we welcome to one of my pre-recorded jobs. We are going to be highlighting the letter T, and I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh my goodness, well, we already did that, but we can always use extra practice when we are highlighting our letters. So even though we are now experts at the letter T, I still want to make sure that we are knowing the ins and outs of each of our letters that we are highlighting. I am going to start making more pre-recorded jobs. That way you guys have the opportunity to still be able to listen to stories and still be able to do jobs, but you don't always have to be on the computer to do it. You could be on your iPad. It could be on your own time. You can pause. You can do all the things. One thing that I want to mention is I love this book, and it's called Dragons Love Tacos. I mean, what better story to read when we're highlighting T words than a book about tacos? Oh my goodness. Dragons love tacos. Look at that delicious taco right there. Yep. Hey kid! Hey you kids out there! Did you know that dragons love tacos? Oh, they do. They love beef tacos. They love the chicken tacos. They love really big, gigantic tacos. They love itty bitty, teeny weeny, tiny tacos as well. They just love tacos. Now, look at the setting of this story, or the setting at least on this page. It looks like we are in the boys' room. And it looks like, as much as dragons love tacos, it looks like this little boy loves dragons just as much. Remember, the setting of a story is where the story takes place, or the background scenery. Why do dragons love tacos? Could it be the smell of the sizzling pan? I can smell tacos right now. Maybe it's the crunch of the crispy tortillas, or maybe it's just a secret. Either way, if you want to make friends with dragons, you know what you got to do? Tacos. Tacos are the key, okay? Hey, dragon, why do y'all love tacos so much, huh? Oh. But one thing I got to let you all know. Wait. As much as dragons love tacos, they hate, I repeat, loathe, they hate spicy salsa even more. They hate spicy green salsa. They hate red spicy salsa. They hate spicy chunky salsa. They hate spicy smooth salsa. No spicy salsa. If the salsa's spicy at all, the dragons cannot, I repeat, cannot stand it. So only make salsa that is not, what is it, can't be? Spicy. So you ask, why do dragons hate spicy salsa? Well, just one drop of that hot sauce, it makes a dragon's ears go. Just one single speck of hot pepper makes a dragon snort sparks. Spicy salsa gives dragons, the tummy troubles, and the bad kind of tummy troubles. You know those kind. If you want to make tacos for dragons, you got to keep the toppings mild. Tomatoes, check. Lettuce, check. Cheese, double check. These are all good ingredients for tacos, for dragons. Hey dragon, how do you feel about spicy toppings? Ugh. Don't yuck everybody's yum, but I think there's a reason why we do not want dragons to eat spicy tacos. Dragons, they love parties. Who doesn't love a party? Who doesn't love a party? They like costume parties. They like pool parties. They like big, gigantic parties with accordions. Oh, and they love little parties where they play charades. And why do dragons love parties? Is it because of the conversations they have? Maybe it's all the dancing. They love to dance. They do the salsa. Maybe it's the comforting sound of good friends' laughters. All the reasons why you guys love parties, right? The only thing dragons love more than parties or tacos is a taco party! Who wants to go to a taco party? I do. Yeah, if you want to have some dragons over for a taco party, you're going to need buckets and loads and pant loads of tacos. The best way to judge is to get a boat, a big boat. Fill that boat up with tacos, and that's about how many tacos you need to have a taco party and have dragons be invited. After all, dragons love tacos! Oh, look at this dragon. He's so excited for your big taco party. He's got it on his calendar. And just remember, dragons hate... What do they hate? Spicy salsa. No. Before you host your taco party with dragons, get rid of spicy salsa. Get rid of it. In fact, bury it. Bury the spicy salsa in your backyard so the dragons cannot find it. No. These dragons, look at your taco party. It's a huge success. They're loving it. They love the music. They love the decorations. They especially love the tacos. Congratulations. What a great taco party. It's such a good thing that you got rid of all the spicy... What is that? Wait, whoa. What are those green things in this? What is that green thing in your salsa? Did you not read the fine print of your salsa? Totally mild salsa, now with spicy jalapenos. No, jalapeno peppers, no, that is going to make it spicy. Dragons, don't eat the tacos, they're bad. Those little green specks in the salsa, oh my god, the jalapeno peppers, you may not eat them. They are super spicy. I know you love tacos, but dragons, I repeat, you are not going to eat those tacos. Do not let the dragons eat those tacos. Oh, it's too late. What happened? What is flying out of their mouths and nostrils and their ears? Fire! Where did this story take place? At your house. Ew. Oh boy. Well, why would dragons help you rebuild your house, you say? Maybe because they're good friends, good Samaritans. Maybe they feel really bad that they're the reason why your house is capiche, gonzo. Maybe they're just in it for the taco breaks. That is nice, isn't it? Because after all, dragons love tacos. So, let's get started with our tea job. Your tea job looks like this. Ooh. And actually, you're going to be like, oh, Miss Jackson, you only colored one side. Well, friends, you only need to color one side. But if you've got a brother or sister at home that wants to do a little extra work, you can give them the other side of this, and it'll keep them busy. you could tell them, go color this, so that way you can finish your tea job. So I had a beautiful artist named Grayson that helped me out with this job today so that you guys didn't have to watch me do all the coloring. But one thing that I want to gear us up for is we need to get ready to come back to the classroom. When we come back to the classroom, I've kind of already showed you where your cubbies are going to be. And inside your cubbies, I would love it very much if you guys came to school with one of these crayon boxes. Because inside these crayon boxes, you're going to get a pair of scissors. That's where you're going to keep your own pencil. And I already have our boxes for our crayons, but you're going to have your very own crayon box. If you come with your own crayons, that would be really super duper because I'm running really low on crayon supplies, and our glue sponges. So these are going to be the supplies that are going to be inside our crayon boxes that we're going to keep inside of our cubbies. So when you come to school and we are going to work on a job, I'm going to say go grab your crayon boxes, and that way you can get all of your supplies. I really should reword it and call them supply boxes, right? So first thing first, there is a lot of pages in here, so we need to be very, very, very keeping good track of our supplies. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my scissors because I already started to cut this job. Now, again, this has multiple parts because when I buy my teacher supplies, they know that I'm going to be packing. They know that I'm going to be printing for a lot of kids, not typically just having our jobs right over here. Now, where I want you to cut out on this job is the solid square that you see. Okay, so I'm going to use my walking scissors to walk across all those solid lines that I see. These are going to be pretty small scraps. These are not going to be scraps that I recommend us keeping. So this is part one of my job that I am going to keep in a safe place because I need to keep good track of my supplies. The very next page is called Let's Find, and what letter are we highlighting? Let's find the letter T. It's tricky in here. There's going to be T's that are uppercase, lowercase, different handwriting, the whole kit and caboodle. I'm going to grab one of my lighter crayons, and my job is to sit nicely, and I'm going to color in all of my letters that have a T in it. Remember, there's two sides of this. So to make sure we don't get too confused, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my one side because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I'm never going to be done. This is like the biggest job ever. So give this job and give it to your brother or your sister so that they can work on it. Or you can just throw it away or use it as scrap paper, but you need to color in and find all of your T's. Now remember when I was telling you about my dabbers? If you have a dabber in your house, if you went and got one, you can even dab your letters, okay? So I've got a bingo dabber over here in my supplies, and that, if you have a dabber, might be a really fun, fast way for you to keep track of your T's. Now, the one rule that I have about our dabbers is we need to make sure that we are not touching our friends with it. We need to make sure that we are not touching our faces or our bodies. I got this at Goodwill, and this is like a genuine, authentic bingo dabber. Like, this is at, where people go to play bingo, like professionally. So this is a really good one. So I'm going to dab, and another rule that I have about dabbing, it's okay if it doesn't make a perfect circle. All we're doing is we're finding all of our T's. If you don't have a dabber, then what are you going to do? You're going to color it in, okay? So I'm only showing you the dabber just because it's really fun to dab. When we are in the classroom, we will be able to use our dabbers, and don't worry, moms and dads, I will be able to clean off each of those containers. So there is this job. We love dabbing here at school. So I'm going to let that dry for just a quick minute, and then I'm going to go move to the next job. Now, we only colored the side that we needed to color, and it says, let's read. Each of these stars are how many times you need to read this to either a brother or a sister, a mommy or a daddy, a grandma or a grandpa. And what I want you to do is you're going to look at the picture and you're going to say T is for tie. Remember, I love using our pointers to make sure that we're pointing to each word we're reading. T is for tie. If I read that, Grayson's right in front of me right now. If I read that to Grayson, I get to color in my star. Now, I don't want you to read it 3 times to the same person. So later in the day, you're going to want to maybe read that to someone else. When we do this job here at school, you are going to get a star if you read it to Miss Jackson. And let's say you read it to your shoulder partner. Do you think that counts as reading it to someone? Absolutely. And then you save that last star to read it to your family. T is for tomato. T is for tree. T is for tacos. Dragons love tacos. T is for, now that's tricky, tank. So I read this to you guys, so I'm going to give myself, I'm going to color in my stars once, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out that page because I'm going to assemble my job together. And again, this is a pretty lengthy job. You need to make sure that you have enough time, and if you don't have enough time, that's okay. You could pause. We can always keep pending jobs. So I'm going to cut out throughout my whole square. So even that big dark, I'm going to leave the dark parts because this is the part where it's like the spine of my book, okay? So then I still kind of waiting for my dab to dry. So I'm just going to cut out where those solid lines are though. All the way. And this is why I love showing this job nice and slowly with you all, because you need to make sure you cut it perfectly. Don't cut that part off. You need to keep that solid dark bar because that's where you're going to assemble your job together. So this part's going to go here, then my dab goes on top of here, and it's going to be your flip book. And then this is your title page, okay? I'm going to let this dry a little bit since I am still working on my job, and I'm going to put my scraps to one side so that I can throw them all away. I really, really, really do not want your mommies and daddies cleaning up after you. It's your job as a kindergartner to start cleaning up your scraps. I realize mommy and daddies are at home and they want to keep their home tidy, but it's your job to also keep your workspace tidy. My next page looks like this, and remember, you only have to do one side. So don't let it feel like, there's so much to do. But I really want us to work on our handwriting and making sure that we are making all of our T's super perfectly. What I love about this, and you know that Ms. Jackson loves showing you guys different handwriting. This T right here is at different handwriting. A lot of you are going to be like, is that an F? No, it's a T. Sometimes T's have little hooks. You're going to see that in books that you read. You're going to see that all the time. But you don't need to make your T's have the hooks unless you want to. I prefer our T's to just be nice, solid, straight T's. You have to write and copy uppercase, then lowercase. You really need to use your sky line. Pull it down to your grass line. And when you give it your arms, you start at the plain line. And then we've got mixed and matched. So you got to pay attention. This one is an uppercase T, lowercase t, uppercase T, lowercase t. Then you're going to write your very own sentence. So this sentence says T is for, and look at the picture. T is for table. Remember, when I make my B, I gotta have my baseball bat first. I cannot hit my ball until I have my bat in my hand. Then I can hit the ball. Table. Okay? Then I'm gonna cut that out. So I'm gonna unstaple that to my supplies, and that is something that I'm going to cut out. And I bet I have a helper that would love to cut this out for me while I show you the next page of our job. Here are my supplies. So the next one is, and it looks like this. You're gonna need both of these sheets, but look at, you're gonna be like, what? There's all these pictures on there. You only need to color in one. Again, this is one of those jobs that is made for teachers. It's made for us to print them out in bulk, and then I cut them out, but I was just kind of going speedy, and I realized that a lot of you have siblings at home, brothers and sisters, and even if this is easy for them, it's sometimes nice to have a shoulder partner to do the jobs with. This is something that you will have when you come into the classroom. We're all working on the same job together when we're sitting at the tables, so you'll have like teammates. So maybe your brothers and sisters can be your teammate too. So on this job, I've got my colored sheet that I already pre-colored my pictures out in, and some of these pictures have t at the beginning of it, and some of them do not. So we just loved coloring, so we colored in all of them. But you only need to glue, well, oh, I'm sorry, you do need to color all of them because, sorry, I'm being silly. On your sheet here, and again, I'm going to cut mine out along my dotted line first because I have to sort out my supplies. So I'm cutting out all along the solid line. I've been here too long. It looks like they're shutting the lights out on me. So I'm going to cut all along my line. Do we cut the dark bar? We do not. I repeat, that is a no zone. Do not cut along your bar. You need to keep that bar there, or your book's not going to stack the way that you want it to stack. All right, I'm going to put my clip right here. And up on the top, it says begins with T. So that's a thumbs up. I'm going to put a happy face there. Begins with T. Okay? Yay! Does not begin with T. So if it does not begin with T, I'm going to make sure I remember that that's not. And when I think of things that are not allowed, I think of red. Red means stop. Don't do it. So these are things that do not start with T. Okay, so I'll put kind of like a sad face over here. And then over here, I'm going to put my green light for yes, it does stand for T. So I'm going to look at my pictures, and I'm actually going to cut them out. And here's my first one. I'm going to get my glue sponge out so I'm in ready gear. And you guys got to help me out. So, toothbrush. Does that start with a T or not? Monroe, do you think toothbrush starts with T?
Yes.
I do too. So I'm going to put that in my starts it begins with. All right, my next picture is a very cute penguin. Does a penguin start with the T sound? Yes or no? Penguin. What do you think, Monroe? Penguin. Does that start with T or no?
No.
No, so I'm going to go in the do not. No, does not start with T. What about one of these? Tornado. Does a tornado have a T at the beginning of it?
Yes.
It does. Tornado so does. You are right. I have a picture of a really cool mitten. Does mitten have a T sound at the beginning of it? Mitten.
Yeah.
Does mitten have a beginning sound? No, I don't think so. I think mitten's in the no zone. Nope. I'm going to keep working on mine. You've got tigers, there's dog, a tag, tent, question mark. There's all kinds. But I want to assemble this together so that you see how it looks. This is my longest page. This is my back page, okay? So I'm going to start with my cover page. Then I'm going to go into my second page, which was Let's Find. Okay? Then I have Let's Read. And then I have, oh, I almost forgot. Then I have Let's Trace. So see how they're stacking really nicely? And lastly, we have Let's Sort. Mine's not done. You have to do all your pictures, but I really wanted to show you what it looks like when it's all done. You could glue everywhere you see the dark band, but I do recommend stapling. Because remember, you have to read this 3 times to someone in your family. So stapling kind of is an easier way for us to be able to open up our book. So letter T. There's all my T's that I dabbed. I love find and seeks. They're so fun. Then I need to read this to a family member. Then I need to trace it. And then I'm going to sort. So I think I've got one that I've got already trimmed up. I've got 2 more now. So question. Do you think a question mark has the t sound at the beginning?
No.
Me neither. It's a very quiet sound. What about tiger?
Yeah.
I'm at the eye of the tiger. Woo! That's a Katy Perry song. I think she just had a baby. Awesome. So have a great time with this tea job. I hope you loved Dragons Love Tacos. I've got a lot of tidying up to do, so I'm going to throw away all of my jobs and all of my scraps and enjoy reading this to one of your family members. Bye, guys.